Hold up. Yeah.
Swirl.
Welcome back to another episode of Scratch That. Today is a very special episode, as we have been talking about for 2 to 3-ish weeks now. We are finally at the charity live stream. If you guys didn't see any of our posts or my TikTok or anything like that, and you don't know what's going on, we are currently doing a charity stream to raise money for a charity called Baby2Baby. If you don't know what Baby2Baby is, it's one that the user for Bronx Bombers actually showed me. Essentially, what it is it's to help raise money for infants that are born in lower income areas, to help them be able to afford stuff like essential foods, waters, diapers, stuff like that. So it's an awesome cause. I'm really excited. Every donation that we receive today will be donated to them. On top of that, every donation that we receive will enter you into a giveaway. We have 2 different giveaways. Two different types of giveaways with about 10-ish separate giveaways. So every donation of $1 or more enters you into a giveaway of a football card that is valued between $20 and $100. Every donation of $5 or more enters you into a giveaway to receive a higher value card, range anywhere between $200 and $300, or the ranges that we have for those. I have about 3 cards-ish, I want to say, that are valued in that range, and about 5 or 6 cards that are in the lower end tier. So that's what we got going on today. We do have an itinerary going on, and we are running a decent bit late, but it is okay. We are perfectly fine. We didn't panic at all. But essentially, we're just going to start off with the baseball segment, I believe, correct?
Yes, but before we do that, we want to shout out our sponsor, Razer. If you guys are serious about gaming, content creation, or you just want to set up that actually performs, Razer's got you covered. I mean, I'm using a Razer Blade 18 laptop. They don't even just have laptops. They got keyboards, headsets, mics, streaming gear, anything you can think of. If you guys want to optimize your setup, if you type !Razer in the chat, RAZER, !Razer, it will bring you to a link to the website. Please go check out their website. They have amazing products. Again, that's !Razer. Please type it. Go check out the website. We are very happy to have Razer as our sponsor.
Yep.
But like Brett said, we're going to be talking about baseball, basketball, and football today, all of the recent sports news of this last week. We're going to start off with baseball. For baseball, the All-Star voting has officially concluded. We have our AL and NL starters. We have the pitchers that got elected, and then we also have the reserves. So quickly going over the AL starters, at catcher we have Shea Langoliers for the A's, Vladdy for first base, Ernie Clement second base, for third base Junior Caminero for the Rays, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr., and then for the outfield you got Mike Trout getting his 12th All-Star selection, as well as Byron Buxton, Aaron Judge,
Chone
and Jordan
Figgins.
Chone Figgins. Shout out Chone Figgins. Anybody who knows that meme, dude. Anybody who knows Chone Figgins, first of all, shout out. That is a ball knowledge name. But yeah, moving on the NL starters. Drake Baldwin got his first All-Star selection at catcher for the NL. First base, Freddie Freeman. That's not his first. That's his 10th. Second base, Ozzie Albies. Third base, Max Muncy. Shortstop, CJ Abrams with his second. Then we got a couple first-time selections for the outfield. Brandon Marsh for the Phillies has his first. Same with Andy Pages. And then Juan Soto, he's a regular. He's got his 5th. And then probably the least shocking All-Star selection ever, Ohtani, DH with his 6th.
Can't believe he made the All-Star team.
Dude, I can't either. I can't believe he got the top vote getter in the NL either. So yeah, that is the starting lineup for both AL and NL. For pitchers, and I just want to say also, each team has at least one of their players representing them. And if you guys like are saying, oh, like I didn't hear anyone for the Giants or the Rockies, like we will confirm that once I go through the list. So AL pitchers, we got a lot of first time selections. I'll go through all the first timers quick. Brian Baker for the Rays, his first. Same with Dylan Cease, believe it or not, that's his first. That's honestly my most shocking first out of anybody. I thought he would have had more, but we also have Jacob Latz for the Rangers, his first. Parker Messick for the Guardians, his first. And then from my Yankees, Cam Schlittler, his first. Probably going to be the starter. We'll talk about that later. And then Cade Smith, his first. And then finally, wrapping up the first for the AL pitchers, Louis Varland. We also got Aroldis Chapman, his ninth All-Star selection, representing the Red Sox. Drew Rasmussen, his second. Joe Ryan, his second. Ranger Suarez, his second. And Michael Wacha,
Love me some Ranger.
his second. Um, that is the AL. Those are the AL pitchers. For the NL pitchers, we'll go through the first again. Chase Burns gets his first selection for the Reds. Johan Duran gets his first for the Phillies. Rossiel Iglesias. Now, this guy's been in the league for years. He finally gets his first All-Star selection. Max Meyer, first for the Marlins. Eduardo Rodriguez, again, he's been in the league for a while, his first. And then some returning pitchers. You got Mason Miller for the Padres. Jacob Mizorowski, his second. Remember, he got elected last year, only pitched 5 games. Chris Sale, his 10th. Christopher Sanchez, his second. And then Squires boy Paul Skeens, his third. And then Logan Webb, his third. And then wrapping up the pitchers, Yamamoto, his second. Talking about reserves now.
Colson Montgomery.
These are the guys.
That's Johan's first All-Star
Johan's
appearance?
first, yes.
Wow. I thought
Yeah,
he did
he
really
did
well
not
last
get-
year, even with the
We
Twins.
did get a donation, by the way, $10 from Seth. He said, Joel Embiid is the greatest player to touch a basketball.
You also say what I put in the donations?
I didn't see what yours said. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed, we had another donation. We had a $15 donation. Thank you so much. From Chuber. He is one of the users. I forget what team. I am so sorry. Please tell me what team you are in.
Boo him! Boo!
Boo me, boo me. I'm sorry. I can't remember everyone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Rough Riders. Okay.
Rough Riders.
By the way, my message said that the Liberty's uniforms were the best, so that's all I wanted.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
So the Rough Riders donated. Huge. If you can, I have your name on here. I have your Discord in case you win. So don't even worry about it.
We will actually
I just got called Sloth Man. What the fuck?
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, there isn't one. I've never been called that before. Sorry, we can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going over the reserves now. These are the guys who unfortunately did not make the starting lineup, but will be in the game at some point. Catchers for the AL, Dylan Dingler, his first. Ali Rushman for the Orioles is the next backup catcher. And then for infielders throughout the entire AL who are backup, Travis Bazzana gets his first for the Guardians. Nick Kurtz, first for the A's. And then Kevin McGonigal, first for the Tigers. And then these next two guys also their first. Ben Rice for the Yankees and Miguel Vargas for the White Sox. Now for the outfielders, we got some returning guys. Randy Arozarena, Cody Bellinger, and Riley Green. All for their third All-Star selection each. And then Yandy Diaz as the DH. For the NL.
Didn't Arozarena just hit a grand slam recently too? Pretty sure he's.
Dude, I'm sure he has. This guy deserves it, honestly. He's on a Mariners team that's like, playing 500 ball, so he's one of the bright spots for them. He deserves that. But moving on to NL reserves, we got catchers. William Contreras for the Brewers, Hunter Goodman for the Rockies. Infielders for the NL, the reserves. Luis Ariz for the Giants, and then Bryce Harper was the legend pick from Rob Manfred, his 9th All-Star selection. And then a couple first-time selections. Otto Lopez, his first for the Marlins. Matt Olson, Braves, and then Sal Stewart for the Reds, his first. Moving on to outfielders, Corbin Carroll gets his 3rd All-Star selection. Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs, his 2nd. Bless you. Jordan Walker, his first for the Cardinals, and then James Wood for the Nationals, his 2nd. And wrapping up the entire rosters, we end with Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies, backup DH. Otani's gonna hit like a home run or two, and then Schwarber was gonna hit probably another 2 home runs. So yeah,
you said legend pick. Does he only get 1 legend pick then for like the whole thing, or is it 1
Yes.
NL and 1 AL?
I think it's just 1 legend pick entirely. I know they did it with like Miguel Cabrera and Pujols in the past, like Verlander last year. I think I forget,
Smart
but yeah,
legend
you
pick
get.
though with it being in Philly. I'm not gonna lie.
It makes sense,
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the pick. Harper deserves it. His first half has been fucking crazy.
Seth tipped another $5 and said some chicken ranch nacho fries sound pretty good right now.
From Taco Bell. Diablo Dustin Nuggets.
Any comment, Mikey?
Those aren't on the menu anymore.
No, they're not.
Is
All
that a
right.
confirmed
Well,
fact? Brett sucks. Is that a confirmed fact?
No.
100% agree.
Okay. Well.
That's 2.
Okay.
That's 2
Well, I'm
already
getting
saying
jumped.
it.
I'm getting jumped in the chat. All right. That's cool.
Well
Moving
deserved.
on.
Well
Moving on.
All right.
You got
so,
called in the slot.
Looking ass.
Moving on.
Real.
Moving on.
Can we get an edit, Matt, in post production of a side by side of Brett and Sid the Sloth? Because I've never seen them in the same room. So you know what? That's actually true.
Okay.
We also need now a Sid the Sloth emote for our Twitch chat.
Can we get a sloth spam in the chat?
We are fine.
All right. Anyways, so moving on to biggest snubs from the All-Star selection. I just went through a bunch of guys, right? And it's a bunch of guys who, most of them I think deserve it, but there are some I think that miss the cut, And I want to ask you guys who you guys think is your biggest snubs. I'll go first really quick with Bryce Terang. I think him getting snubbed at second base is kind of crazy because, first of all, I'm sorry, Ozzy Albies, you can be a reserve, sure, but you do not. I don't know, him being the starting second baseman. I don't know about that. I think Bryce Terang, defensively and offensively, collectively deserves it. He's the best F4 out of any second baseman in the NL, so yeah, he deserves it. What do you guys think?
I'll go with a biased one. Zach Wheeler. Record this year 8 wins, 1 loss, ERA of 2.36. I mean, 84 strikeouts. I don't understand it. How did he not get in? It's crazy.
I don't know if it's because of games pitched, but still, I mean, you can't even go by that.
Well, he pitched 80. Yeah, he pitched 80 innings as well. So he definitely pitched. I feel like almost enough.
Yeah,
definitely say enough.
I'm trying to
think.
think. I mean, looking at
will be tolerated.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I think Bryce Terang's just overall better second baseman. But with Zach Wheeler, I'm trying to look at these guys who are on the roster who you would replace. If anything, off the top of my head, maybe Eduardo Rodriguez. But it's just a matter of if you think he's a stump, who would you replace? And it's just tough, to go to pick someone and then try to replace another. But I don't know. I do agree. I think based off his stats, Zach Wheeler did get snubbed. Brett, what do you think? Anyone that you're why isn't he an all-star?
It's more of why are some of these people all-stars? The Braves players.
You don't have a specific snub?
Not specifically.
So are you talking about who are you talking about? I feel like you gotta name drop some people.
Yeah, the Braves.
Are
Or
you talking
not the
about Christopher
Braves.
Sale?
Not the Braves. Sorry, the Blue Jays. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once. The Blue Jays players. Yes.
Oh, like Vladdy? Oh yeah.
Like Vladdy, Ernie Clement getting so many votes is insane. Shit like that.
Vladdy should not be the starting first baseman. I don't even know if he should even be, because like I put Rice or Kurtz over him, you know? But yeah, dude, the Blue Jays just took over fan voting, but I think it backfired because the second round, there's only 4 of them. So Dylan Cease and Louis Varland were the other two, other than like Ernie and Vlad. But yeah, White, who do you think? Anybody from the NL that you're like,
who like should have made it
yeah,
and didn't? Well, I said Parker Messick, but then you said he did make it, so clearly I didn't pay attention to the MLB this week. So I honestly I'm gonna say Daniel Gilbert.
dude.
Should have made it.
I know there's a Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Yep.
Logan Gilbert.
Shout out Daniel Gilbert.
Daniel Gilbert, dude.
Logan
What
Gilbert,
a
I'll take Logan Gilbert, but he's on the Mariners. Unfortunately, he's not in the NL, but that's okay. We'll move on. Who do you okay, out of anyone who is on the roster, and this kind of goes, who do you think?
Okay, but
shouldn't
do
have
not
made it?
let this distract you from the fact that Taco Bell did recently drop a new summer item. They dropped the fajita street chalupas and chicken fajito nacho fries, available now at participating locations.
I already said this in chat.
What?
My
Oh,
God.
you did. Oh shit! I didn't see. My bad.
No Love
My bad.
Island segment. Sorry.
No Love Island segment.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't think Vladdy should have made the All-Star team in general. And I'm not even saying that as like a Blue Jays hater. Like I don't think he should have. If you
I
look
would
at Ben
agree with
Rice
that.
and Nick Kurtz, like it's just a matter of like it just that was the one part of fan voting that was like, okay, that shouldn't have happened.
I just want to know why does player that shouldn't have made it? Who do you think Wida?
That shouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani is what I said.
Why?
Well, so allegedly there was
Oh gosh.
some gambling going on. Now I'm not saying he's involved.
Whoa,
I'm not saying he's involved, but it calls into question integrity for the game of baseball. Like, are we going to reward people who go against integrity? I don't think so. Shady character, shady guy, sure he can like hit the baseball and throw the baseball, but so can a lot of other guys. And I just don't think he does it as well as some other guys.
I don't know a lot of guys who could pitch and hit as good as he can.
Clearly you've never heard of Michael Jordan, Tom Brady,
Bo Jackson,
Benjamin Button.
Dude.
So, I just think, you know what it is? It's an end of an era, like much how like Bryce Harper needs to be put out to pasture. I think Shohei Ohtani is done.
Dude,
I think
crazy.
Nick being bald. Nick, does being bald help with your aerodynamics?
Who the fuck is this guy? Wait, hold on. Who the fuck is this guy? How the fuck does he know me? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because I've had this hat on the whole entire time. Who the fuck is this guy?
I know exactly who that is, but I'm not gonna dox him. What do we think about CJ Abrams? Highly underrated. I'm
glad he got the starting shortstop.
I agree.
Because if Mookie got over him, that would have been the biggest like what the fuck ever. And I think CJ still would have been like a
look
backup.
at Nick leaning into his fucking.
I'm looking.
CJ being the starting shortstop, I'm happy because like he got it over Lindor, he got it over fucking Mookie, like he got over a bunch of like solid shortstops throughout the NL. So yeah, I think that's well deserved, and I think that I don't know if he's gonna be like a trade piece.
Fuck you! I know who it is now. Sorry, fuck you.
We did also get a sub from the Phoenix Phantoms. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, man.
Shout out.
Okay.
but yeah, no, CJ, yeah, I think I'm happy for him that he got the nod at short. So the starting pitchers have not been announced yet. Do you guys have a prediction of who you think is going to start? I think it's going to be Mizorowski and Cam. I think that's like
I think
agree
that's
with
a
you.
fair assessment.
Yeah.
You said Paul Skeens and then also Paul Skeens. They're just gonna have him play both sides.
Gotcha.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
I think it'd be good for the game of baseball.
The Phantoms
No, yeah,
asked, can the Nationals
an
be a
automatic
wild
pitcher.
card team?
Ooh, could I answer that?
Go
Could
for
I
it.
answer that?
Go for it.
I have a quick answer for that.
No, they're gonna be at 500 or below 500 the whole
I
entire.
agree. I
They're
don't think so.
good. They're good for what their expectations were, but like they're doing better than their expectations because they're a young team. But I think they're just gonna continue to be at that 500 range the whole entire time, and I don't think it's gonna be enough. I'm not saying they're bad because they are playing good ball here and there. It's just pitching needs to step it up a little bit more for them.
Yeah, dude, they're pitching.
Were they supposed to be like mid, but not great?
I
Like, is that?
think they should have been lower than mid, honestly. With
But
No,
they're
how
they
playing
were
better
projected
than
to be. Yeah,
like
they are
bad.
playing a lot better than expected. It's just a matter of like when when you have the Marlins that just got off of like a 20-win month, and like you have a strong division like the NL East. You're fighting for people. You're fighting for teams like the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Marlins, even like the Pirates and Diamondbacks, like
Cole
that are
said
just
they'll never
always
be
like
really good.
very solid and
I
like
actually think they will be really good within the next like 5 years. I really do.
if they get pitching, yeah, they just can't trade away CJ at like the deadline. They can't like they got to build around James Wood. They Dylan Cruz needs to like stay in the major leagues, and like Jacob Young needs to keep Gold Glove defense, stealing bases, and like I don't know, Foster Griffin, him being your ace, it's like I don't know, you just need more pitching, and then the bullpen, like yeah, against those Phillies, like I don't know, but
You can't
but
be
yeah,
up in back-to-back games, ready to fucking win with one more strike and below the game back-to-back days. Can't do that.
yeah, like, and I don't know, yeah, when you have the Braves, Phillies, and Marlins in that division, it's tough. That's a very like good and tough division.
Yeah, because the Marlins are on the come up too, man. They're shocking. Their expectations weren't that heavy either,
Dude,
and they're
I
doing
think
better.
Otto Lopez is the most underrated player in the league, and I'm so glad he got the All-Star nod because if he didn't, I would have probably done. You remember the Jerks and Profar clip for Brett? That's probably what would have happened. But anyways, moving on. Well, the one thing I want to say about the starting pitchers, the only other pitcher for both leagues other than Jacob and Cam I could think is if like Drew Rasmussen, I can see him taking over for the starting pitcher. I don't want him to. I really don't. But like he is doing well for the Rays this year. And then Chris Sanchez, I
But
think
I could
if
see Sanchez sneaking his way into the NL spot just because it's in Philadelphia. I feel like there's a chance that maybe he sneaks his way into the starting spot.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, moving on to the home run derby. As of now, only Junior Caminero is the only one that has has committed to the home run derby. So I want to ask you guys, who would you like to see in the home run derby? I think Ben Rice should. I think he's already
Ben Rice
said
would
he
be
would
a
like to.
one. Jazz better be in it again.
Bro, Timmick, shut your mouth. I think anybody on stream and like in this call
Dude,
right
Jazz
now,
with the
more than
lollipop
three
during the
home
home
runs in
run
the home run
derby would
derby.
break the internet, and you can't convince me otherwise. Genuinely.
I think I said
Dude,
Vladdy.
Vladdy?
Cabanero's
Schwarber.
gonna win.
I could see
Schwarber.
Caminero winning.
Schwarber, I feel like is an
I think-
obvious, but I don't know if he would actually
I think if
play.
James Wood gets in, I think he wins.
Ooh, talking about Nationals, I think their whole entire pitching staff should just be pitching the home run derby. We get a lot of home runs out of that.
That's a crazy dude. Not with a Nats fan in the chat. Yeah. So Schwarber
Buxton,
definitely should.
Harper.
Vladdy definitely should.
I actually hope Harper
Buxton.
doesn't, because I feel like Harper would fuck up his swing
Dude, I would
somehow
love
by
to see
doing it.
Buxton like do well. I like Buxton's little celebration when he hits a home run around the bases. Tatis.
Matt, we are coming to like that time. If you want to start trying to wrap things up, I know you had a lot.
Yes, yeah. The last thing I wanted to talk about was just some hot and cold teams. The Rays, Dodgers, and Phillies have all been just smokingly hot. Rays just got off a 9-game winning streak. They did lose the last 2 games, but Rays took over the lead for the Yankees because when the Rays do good, Yankees do bad. The Yankees lost 9 out of the 10 against 3 out of the 4 like worst teams in the AL. Like that's fucking crazy. But the Dodgers are taking over their lead in the AL West. They're at like 14 games above the next guy. And then Phillies, I got to give Phillies credit where credit's due. They're hanging in there, possibly an NL East division crown. Who knows? And then Padres and Mets. Yeah, 2 games. Yeah, Padres and Mets. One had an 8-game losing streak. The other, it's just so hard to watch play baseball. So, and then the only last thing I want to say, we'll talk about basketball, is Yuri Perez was pitching a perfect game. It was 8-0 going after 7 innings. It's now 8-5. Marlins are. So I don't know what happens, but I just looked at the box score. Anything else
about,
for
like,
baseball?
Hard to watch the Mets. Like we were at a party yesterday, and we had the game on, and instead we turned it off as quick as possible. Like as a Phillies fan, I want to see them lose so bad, but watching the baseball that they play is just horrendous. It's so bad. I can't watch it.
Yeah, and every other team in the NL East is so much better to watch than the Mets. Like it's not even really a competition.
Crazy. There's no fight.
Yeah, we can move on to basketball.
Why we blew it up after 2019. Washington is a big enough market to afford a team like that. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Dude, paying that Strasburg like that whole Strasburg thing, I think really ruined you guys. I think like if we're looking at it 2 ways, I'll make this quick. Rendon I'm like getting rid of him after knowing what happened. Great, like perfect.
Yeah,
the Strasburg thing, I actually feel so bad for Nats fans because like coming after that World Series, it was like, oh my god, like yes, and then yeah, he pitched, I don't know, collective like 11 games in the rest of his career. So I just feel bad that the Strasburg thing didn't work out. But you guys have young talent. You just, some pitching arms, and I think you guys can hang in the NL East moving forward. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Mikey, you're up.
On the basketball.
All right. Time to basketball. Obviously, we had a very exciting week of basketball. NBA free agency came in with a bang. We had a lot of big moves early. So I compiled all of the moves. I think we'll just run through some of them. And I kind of want you guys to tell me whether you thought it was a good move or not. Obviously, we'll start with the biggest deal. Obviously, this happened a little bit before, but Giannis being traded to Miami from the Bucks.
Yeah.
Or a package of their hero.
I know he wanted out of the Bucks, but yeah, that's interesting.
He gave up a lot.
He did give up a lot. They did keep Bam Adebayo. They ended up losing Davion Mitchell in free agency to the Chicago Bulls. But, obviously it's Giannis, and a healthy Giannis is a defensive player of the year / MVP. I guess the question is, like, do we think this move puts Miami in title contention for 2027? Like,
we talked about this on the last podcast. I got berated for saying that. I said, "Oh, does it?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah, I just don't think so because I know there's other players on the team. Don't get me wrong, other than Giannis and Bam.
I mean, there's really not right now, but
the Heat are like the Cardinals in baseball. I'm sorry to bring up baseball again, but they're just a team that always is like hanging in there in the playoffs.
Matt,
They always like,
hold on a
even if
second.
at their worst they make the play in. Cardinals are the
Holy
same way in
shit.
baseball.
Wait, hold
Did you
on,
mean
hold on,
to
hold on.
donate another 100?
Oh yeah, dude, I want to give another one.
Holy shit, Matt.
Okay.
Dude, this is the charity stream, guys. I'm telling you.
All right. I hope you know you're not eligible for the giveaway.
I know I'm not. That is okay.
I was gonna donate. By the way, I'm just gonna match like $150. I tried everything I can. I cannot donate to it because one, you cannot donate to the same stream under your Twitch account. Two, I went on my other Twitch account and I still can't donate because I can't donate to the PayPal that it's linked to that I'm using. Like I can't use my PayPal to donate to the stream because it's linked to the same.
No worries.
Or else I would have said something,
But yeah, my point being, the reason why I brought even the Cardinals, I'm just saying like the Heat are always in contention. I think they always will be, even with the team they have. I think they'll be a play-in team at best.
I mean, let's look at 2020. Jimmy Butler dragged a bunch of fucking scrubs to an NBA final. Now, sure, they lost to a team that was featuring LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and it was the bubble. But, it's got to be said, in my opinion, Giannis is a better player than Jimmy Butler. And if we look at the Bucks title, Giannis brought a bunch of scrubs to the finals, and they won. They brought aging Chris Middleton. Matthew Dellavedova was on that fucking roster. Or no, sorry, he was on the Cavs roster. Chris Middleton, freaking Luke Richard and Ba Mute. Like, bro, look at that roster and tell me that was a championship in the making, and I promise you you're wrong. That Bucks team shouldn't have won. But they did because Giannis is a generational talent. Now, the Heat gave up an astronomical amount to go get him, but I think it's worth it. I mean, they weren't going to win with their current core. The core of Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Davion Mitchell, we saw kind of where they were going to end up last year, right? They're a playing team. Maybe they win, maybe they don't, but they're not anywhere close to contending. I think this is just it's a good move for the Heat. They were kind of stuck in the middle ground. This is a move to try and get out of that middle ground, were their picks going to be really valuable anyway? Probably not, especially with the new
probably not.
lottery structure that the NBA is implementing, the 3-2-1 system. I just don't think that this is a bad move for the Heat. Obviously, for the Bucks side of this, some could say this is a bad move. I don't mean the return of what they got is bad by any means. I won't say that at all. They got a haul and a half. But what it basically says is we are going to not be playing competitive basketball until like 2035 or later. 2038, probably realistically. Because a lot of those
which team
were
are we talking about again? I'm sorry.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about the other side of this.
I agree.
Yeah, so for Milwaukee Bucks, while the move makes sense, Giannis was disgruntled. He wants out of Milwaukee anyway. But if you're a Bucks fan, this basically means you're going to have to watch 6, 7, 8 years of shitty basketball.
It really does set them back.
Dude, if you look at their current starting projected roster for next season, it looks like a random rec game of 2K.
And they didn't even dude, I'm sorry. I just looked over and I saw 6-7 in the chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on, sorry. 6-7?
Stop it. But they didn't even really make a free agency signing at all, really, did they?
No, so So here's what the Bucks got in return. They got Tyler Hero, they got Jaime Jaquez, Kalel Ware, Kasparis. I'm gonna butcher it. It's Jacuncionis, and then they got a total of 4 first-round picks, including 2 pick swaps, 2 unprotected. They did retain Jermaine Dieng on a 3-year deal, but they did lose Giannis and Bobby Portis. They are going to be they're going to attempt to be one of the worst teams in the league. They'll probably end up flipping Tyler Hero for more first round picks towards the trade deadline this year. They also have some young guys right now in Kalel Ware and Jaime Jaquez that hopefully they can like kind of develop a little bit, get some value, and then the Bucks can ultimately flip them again. But basically, anyone on the Bucks roster, the Bucks are basically a farm team for any contending team in the NBA who needs a piece to fill in a gap because the Bucks are selling. The only thing the Bucks are not selling probably is their goddamn washing machines
Wow.
because like anything else is on the table to be like traded.
Tyler Hero's worth a second, at least in my eyes. Is what Cole said.
Tyler Hero, this will not be his last time being traded.
I disagree. Tyler Hero is more valuable than just a second round pick. You will not get anywhere close to the production that you can get at a second round pick for Tyler Hero. Now, you're not giving up a first round pick for Tyler Hero unless you're a team. If you're a team like the Spurs, you're okay trading a first round pick for Tyler Hero because Tyler Hero is an elite 3-point shooter.
Help the bench out too.
He'll come off the bench. He's a spark plug guy. He's not a bad defender. He's lanky. But and let's not forget, Tyler Hero is a 20-point per game scorer very easily. Okay, so I do think that like Milwaukee positioned itself correctly for where it had to be, knowing that they were losing Giannis anyway.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah.
We're talking about like how important this trade is and everything like that, and all the big scores and who's going to have an impact and all this and that. But there's one name that you guys didn't really bring up that I'm kind of confused about. So where do we think Thanasis is going to land?
He's already got cut.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Where do we think he's going to land? They cut him an hour later.
Not the Heat. The Heat already said they are not going to sign Giannis's brothers.
Brothers? He has more?
Yeah, he has multiple brothers. Yeah.
There's 4 total Antetokounmpos.
Are they all in the league? Or like have been in the league?
3 of them were in the league.
One
of them was in the league very briefly and mostly plays in. There's Kostas, Thanasis.
Kostas?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this guy before. I've never heard of these people.
Yeah.
I just know Thanasis was a meme.
No.
I get the real questions. When do you guys think Bronny's gonna get cut?
Bronny won't get cut. Bronny will get traded to whatever team signs LeBron James.
Well,
yeah,
not be the Sixers.
His contract's already guaranteed for the year. There's literally no benefit in cutting him. He's on a $2 million deal. You'd have to pay more than that to replace him, and you'd be on the hook for his salary. So you're not cutting him because the Lakers used all their cap already. They're gonna keep him until they can flip him for like a shitty second round pick in 2033. Whatever team LeBron James goes to. But back on the Heat side, let's talk a little bit about some other moves that they did make. The Giannis one was obviously big. They got Bobby Portis, who Giannis does like playing with. They also retained Andrew Wiggins on a 3-year, $64 million deal, which is a very reasonable deal for Andrew Wiggins. He had a bounce back year last year. They also brought back Simone Fontecchio, and then they picked up Pelly Larson's team option. So, realistically, what do the Heat need to go get? I think we actually just had... Yeah, Okay. And then they also picked up Tim Hardaway Jr. in the past couple days as well. So what do they need, to kind of fill out their roster? They need a veteran point guard. They need someone to run their offense, and then they need bench scorers. They basically shredded their depth to go get Giannis, which is fine. Some people that they should target is like a Landry Shamet type player. Maybe even call around to see if Drew Holiday's available. But it'll be
True
interesting
Holidays
to
a name
see
I
how
haven't heard in a while.
he's on the Blazers.
I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
Is he really?
Do you guys have any other thoughts, opinions on either the Heat or the Bucks? Where they are, where
I
they're
just
going?
don't think the Heat are going to be able to compete in the East. I feel like the East is just too tough for them.
Mikey, real
They'll be
quick,
a
just
top
check your
6
phone.
seed in the East.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, they'll
I
make
think
the
there's too many
playoffs,
good
but
teams in the Heat in the East for the Heat to really
at least
go
title.
far in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll be
play-in.
better than the play-in. I think they'll
You think
make
so?
the playoffs. Oh my God, yes. If Giannis is healthy next year, they'll be a top 6 team in the East. Name 4 teams that are going to make the play-in that will be better than the Miami Heat next year.
Will make the play-in.
Let's rule out the top 5 seeds for the East next year.
Sixers, Celtics. Oh,
Sixers, Knicks, Raptors,
Pistons.
Celtics, Pistons. 5. Done. So excluding those 5 teams, name 4 other teams that beat out the Heat. You can't do it.
Cavs.
Doubtful.
you don't think the Cavs would outbeat? No.
Like,
Dude,
I don't know. The
The Cavs
Magic,
made no moves this offseason.
Pacers,
Every other team
Magic
got
and
better.
Pacers.
Oh yeah. Actually, bounce out the Raptors.
Celtics?
Pacers will be a top 5 team.
Wizards.
Bounce out the no.
Tim.
They'll be better,
Dude,
but
Tim,
they won't be top 6.
No, it's just because of Anthony Davis, and then when Anthony Davis goes to like the Hawks, it'll be Hawks. Yeah, I don't know. No, I think either of those teams. I don't know. It
Timberwolves.
depends on how the season goes. They're in the
West.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading chat.
Okay, there's one other move that like really mattered. Really 2 other teams that actually I want to talk about before I kind of summarize where I think teams are and where the NBA season current will sit next year. And that's the Boston Celtics and 76ers. Let's start talking about it from the 76ers side, I think. I think that'll be better just because Brett is a Joel Embiid stan. Has been choking on Embiid for 2, 3, 4 years now.
Great moves by the Sixers. Great fucking moves.
Well, I don't want to give the 76ers credit. I think Boston should have held on to Jaylen Brown a little longer and shopped him around. I will say that they did take advantage of a very ideal scenario. So they basically did a Paul George for Jaylen Brown swap. They gave up a couple first-round picks, but they don't care. They've been a playoff team. So the picks don't really matter. They get Jaylen Brown. They get off of Paul George's $57 million contract, and he still has another year after this of that contract. And then they also added Dean Wade, who I think is one of the most underrated bench players. Anthony Simons, and then they added Ariel Hookporty. So there were a couple things that the Sixers needed help in. One is they needed kind of a 3-level scorer besides Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is great. He can shoot, yes. He can drive, yes. But I want I need Maxey to run the offense more. And in order to do that, he has to have somebody he can throw the ball to. And Paul George was not that guy. Paul George was not that guy
He's not
anymore.
that guy, pal.
He is
No,
not that
thank
guy.
you to the tidal wave, gifting a sub.
As
Hell
good
yeah.
as Joel Embiid is and was when he came back from injury this year in the playoffs, the fact is Joel Embiid is one of the most injured players in the NBA. That dude can't stay on the court. Jaylen Brown is a great addition for them. He takes the pressure off Embiid. He's a guy who you can give the ball to, low shot clock. He's got an ISO game in his bag. He can shoot, he can drive, and he can play defense. And that was one of their bigger problems last year was Maxey's too small to guard a lot of point guards in the NBA. He basically can only guard the point guard. He cannot switch on to two. He's just too small. He gets bullied. Now, Paul George is a good defender, yes, but he's too limited now in his age and salary for what his production was. And he had one of his better seasons of the past 5 seasons last year with the Sixers, and he was only averaging 14 points a game. So, yeah, the Sixers are like, hell yeah, we'll get rid of him. We'll take on Jaylen Brown. I still think the Sixers are going to get bounced in the second round. This roster doesn't feel good enough yet to actually go forward. Embiid's knee will give out, end of regular season, first round of the playoffs. VJ Edgecombe, I think we're going to see him take a huge step back. And Tyrese Maxey, teams are going to learn to guard him. As sad as it is, as great as the move is, the Sixers never get over that hump. This is just another retooling of the process. And I think until they fucking trade Embiid, sell the ship, they are going to be second round losers every single season.
Yeah, I think if Embiid plays 60 games, I think if they have a good series in the second round, they could make it to the.
Of them.
I don't know. I think Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and Tyrese Maxey, I could see that team if they go on a crazy run like the Knicks did. I don't know. Maybe the finals at best, or the not final, the Eastern Conference Finals at best.
Zero chance. So
but I think I don't think they even win a game in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Let's think about this: Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown. What do all 4 of those players have in common? They want the ball in their hands. There is only one basketball to go around. Yeah, if they work together, great. That's a tough lineup to guard. But they're all ball dominant. Embiid wants to fucking post up, dribble down the shot clock, and take a post fade. And I just think the way he plays in the modern NBA is so bad for offensive flow because it's all about pace. And Embiid consistently ranks some of the worst in pace per game every year. And it's because he's a guy who wants to get the ball in the post. He wants to get it up high in the post, put someone down, and take a post fade with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And he's good. He can make a lot of them. But it just means the Sixers get less possessions per game, which means they can make less mistakes per game than the other team. Yeah, I don't see this move actually making the Sixers any better. I do think this move makes the Celtics noticeably worse. Paul George makes their team way worse. But we'll see how it goes.
I mean, the all traded for Paul George team does go kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
long
I
list.
mean, the amount of players that he's been traded for is insane, and they all end up playing way better than Paul George. So now the final thing I want to talk about, and this one will be pretty quick. Where do you guys think LeBron's going?
Sixers.
Warriors.
LeBron is the best available free agent left. I actually think he goes to the Heat. I think he's going to the Heat. We're getting a Miami run part 2. There's a lineup of LeBron, Giannis, and Bam is absolutely disgusting.
I
There you go,
agree.
Sixers.
Where does LeBron fit in with the Sixers, though? Do you push
Listen.
Edgecombe to the bench?
No, I think Wade goes to the bench.
I will
What do you
say,
mean? Dean Wade's not going to start.
He's not in the starting lineup. You don't think?
No.
No, not. Wouldn't it go Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, Dean, Embiid?
Timberwolves again.
Why not?
You don't think
Dude.
so?
Cole thinks Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, if he goes to the Timberwolves, they
That would
may
be an
win the
interesting
finals.
That is an intriguing one because they just got LaMelo. I mean, I guess maybe they would start Dean Wade. It depends, I guess, on like. I'd rather them put a shooter there, honestly. I think. I was thinking they might start
He
like
goes
Simons.
to the Wizards like MJ.
Dude,
That'd be
that'd be the
crazy.
biggest copy thing.
But he actually wins like a title there, so then he's better than MJ.
I will say, if he wins a title with this first team, like the first year with a new team, he gets my goat over.
It would be
MJ.
insane.
If
Last
he,
thing
if
I'll
he pulls
talk
a
about.
Brady, then yeah.
Yeah. Last thing I'll talk about is like who I think it realistically is a contender for a championship next year. 76ers, Heat, Thunder, Knicks, Raptors, Timberwolves, Spurs. 7 teams that I think can realistically win the championship next year. You know where I'm going. I'm saying Knicks are repeating.
mean-
I don't think so.
Give me Embiid.
I was about to say, give me Sixers.
I'll say
Matt?
Timberwolves.
Bias, but give me Sixers.
All right, we'll
Timberwolves.
mark it here. We'll see. We'll see who wins. I'll wrap up the basketball segment. I will say I'll be doing a division by division breakdown. Now that like most of the free agent signings have happened, kind of evaluating each division and more of a breakdown on like the individual contracts that they actually signed. It's like TikTok videos. So if you guys actually care about the NBA, I'll look out for those. Those will be coming out. I'll try to do one like every other day. I think we'll start with the Atlantic Division.
Sounds good.
All right. So, next thing I am
Any
going to do.
Oh, you almost forgot about the biggest football news in the history of football.
What? We didn't even really talk about football.
Travis Kelce is now Mr. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, moving on. We are going to do the giveaway. So this is your guys' last chance if you want to donate to enter the giveaway. $1 gets you into the lower bracket, which is a prize of value between $20 and $100, and $5 donations get you into the upper tier, which is for a prize between $200 and $300 in terms of the card value. So we're gonna talk for probably the next like 5 minutes. Just giving you guys time. This is your last chance to donate. Exclamation point charity in this stream will bring you to the link. Make sure to put your name in it if you do donate so that I know. Actually, I could just go back to this right here. We're all messed up, but that's okay. We're all at different spots. Matt is now me, apparently. It's exclamation point
Yeah,
giveaway.
so I'm taking over
not
here.
wings.
I'm still me. Me and Nick are still fine.
So, we do have 2 things to talk about in terms of the NFL, which I found quite interesting. The first thing, if you guys remember, about a week ago, that NFL ESPN insider got in a car accident and had his arm amputated. Matt Miller, do you guys remember this? Okay, well now you learn. Matt Miller got into a car accident and had his arm amputated. You guys didn't hear about this?
No, where
No.
would I have heard about
He's an
this?
ESPN NFL draft analyst. I also put it in our Scratch That group chat when it happened. So.
You think I read?
So there's an update to that. Obviously, yes, he had his arm amputated, but this took the craziest turn that I don't think anybody could have ever expected. The Missouri Attorney General's office opened an investigation into him. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of ironic to be talking about on a charity stream, but he set up fantasy football leagues for charity, and he faked it all. He just pocketed the money.
Charity just wasn't real.
There was no charity. He pocketed the money, allegedly.
That's crazy.
Which is kind of wild, if I do say so myself.
I mean, like, did he at least come up with like believable charity names, or like?
No,
did
there
he
was
use,
you.
Like,
so
or like,
essentially, how it worked.
I'm a fake charity. 1, 2, 3.
So essentially, what happened was he did his fantasy leagues. There was a payout if you won the league, and then the rest of the money went to charity. The people that won the leagues never received a payout, and if you looked into it, there was never any proof that any money was donated to charity.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so he pocketed the money.
So he pocketed the money, allegedly.
Yeah.
After that, we have a whole debacle. Actually, no. I want to talk about something a little more serious before I start ripping into a player.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding.
No.
I know what this is about.
Calais Campbell's mother was found dead 4 days ago.
Oh, I did hear about this one.
And his brother has been arrested and charged with the murder of the mother.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, no, this is a crazy story.
Yeah. One of the craziest things that I have ever heard. I cannot begin to imagine what Calais Campbell is going through. That's just horrible. May she rest in peace. Obviously, thoughts and prayers. Yeah, it's fucked. Finally, Brandon Ayuk.
Wait, I have one more. Can I say one more serious note?
Yes.
Chris, can we talk about Chris Johnson?
Is it? Yes, we can. I completely forgot about that. Matt, is it storming in Wilkes-Barre?
Was also sad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I just saw lightning. In your webcam.
If I leave, that's why.
Yes, Chris Johnson was diagnosed with ALS. It is a fatal nerve disease that attacks the entire body. He came out with Michael Strahan and did an interview. He is completely wheelchair bound and can only speak through a device. He was diagnosed last year. Yes, Cole. Next round will be tidal wave of the Phantoms. Yeah, it just hurt. I don't know if you guys watched that interview.
Yes.
Yes,
it's a hard watch.
I felt bad.
It was a very hard watch.
Dude, I just remember him just being so fucking gross.
He was something.
DJ2K.
Yeah. So, seeing him have to come out like that, and props to his wife, dude. And he even shouted her out in his post. His wife has been taking complete 100% care of him. Right? It would have been so easy for her to just drop it and leave. Right? It's such an easy thing to do. But she stood her ground, and for the last almost 8 months to a year, has been taking care of him, and that is one of the strongest things that somebody can do, and I cannot commend that enough. That is what a saint. Most people with ALS, by the way, do not live past 3 years, which is it sucks. So thoughts and prayers out to Chris Johnson as well. I did forget to talk about that, Matt. I thank you for bringing that up. That would hurt to see. Finally, I get to have a little bit of fun. Brandon Ayuk. I'd say welcome back, Antonio Brown, but unfortunately I can't welcome you back because you will not play another snap in the NFL. What an absolute clown. What a fucking idiot. By the way, he came out and said that he doesn't even think anybody is going to sign him.
That was the
Talk
craziest
about having no faith in
Instagram
yourself.
live I've ever seen, by the way.
Like, what is this guy even on? And on top of that, did you see the Jaden Daniels drama with him now?
Yeah, he talked about Jaden Daniels' mom.
Well, there's that. He unfollowed Jaden Daniels on Instagram. By the way, if you guys do not know, him and Jaden Daniels were teammates, and they were really close. And that is the reason why all of
People
the
were
rumblings
saying
were
he was-
about him going to the Commanders. And on the
I just don't get why he went crazy all of a sudden. Like,
there was
what the fuck?
there was a clip that a fan was chanting "fuck Brandon Ayuk," and Jaden Daniels just kind of laughed at it. So Brandon Ayuk responded to it and said, pretty much along the lines of "pussy bitch, what you laughing at?" He used a word in there that I cannot repeat, and completely unfollowed him and just went on a tirade about it. Like, is this man speedrunning not being able to play another snap of football in his entire career? And I'm just going to say it right now. I know he was really popular. I don't even think he was all that good, man. I do not think he was a wide receiver one. He had one decent year after Deebo Samuel, and that was it.
I think he went to the Antonio Brown school of social media.
Yeah, but Antonio Brown was at least a wide receiver one and one of the greatest wide receivers of our generation. Brandon Ayuk had one decent year and went off a cliff. He got hurt. Dude, he tweaked his hamstring and he's been recovering for it for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know your hamstring could be connected to, like, your central brain function, but...
He's the closest thing the NFL has to a living Anthony Rendon situation. Matt, I want you to attest to that.
Yeah, I mean, so hold on. Ayuk had a good. You said he had a good like year, but when did he come in the league?
2020.
Because Rendon like came in like probably 2014, and like worked his way up to like being good, being all-star, and I think by like his fifth or sixth year, he was like elite, and then all of a sudden he changed. Went to a new team, and then just did not play. So kind of, sort of, I guess. But Ayuk completely fell off a cliff.
Was drafted in 2020.
Well, he did it to himself. He actually just jumped off the cliff.
One barely 1,000-yard season and one 1,300-yard season. And he hasn't played a snap of football since 2024.
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
subscription station. That's what it is.
Absolutely insane. Who's the closest to Ellie De La Fraud? Let me think about that. Who do we think would be the closest to Ellie De La Cruz? A fast player.
O'Neal Cruz.
No, NFL dude. You named another MLB player. Who?
Sorry, it's a baseball.
Bo Nix.
I would say Bo Nix. I'm trying to think of like a speedy player that had a crazy rookie season that kind of just fizzled out.
Darius Toney.
Darius Toney was never
Tony. Yeah, Tony was never good. Ellie was at least an all-star.
I mean, Xavier Worthy had a pretty good rookie season. Not Xavier
He was
Worthy.
okay last year.
Oh my god, the other Chiefs receiver. His name is Car Accident Man. What's his fucking name? Oh my god.
Rasheed Rice.
Rashi Rice. That's who I'm thinking of. Rashi Rice had a pretty good rookie season. I wouldn't say he like emerged as a star the way that Ellie De La Cruz has. I don't know
What
if there's
about like
really a
what
good...
about like Gibbs or something?
Jameer Gibbs. He agrees with Rashi Rice. Jameer Gibbs just had his best season. Like Ellie De La Cruz is underperforming.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Chase Claypool.
I mean,
That's a name.
I can see that. I wouldn't think of
'Cause he
Claypool as
did-
like a
he did
speedster the
have
way
a-
that Ellie is, but I can see that.
I hope you
Well,
guys
not
realize
quite
like
as fast,
Ellie is
but,
still
like-
elite. He's just not doing good.
He
this
is,
year.
but he's just underperforming. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'll
talking
be
about a player
honest,
that
I
start off great, underperforming. What's up?
don't know who Ellie De La Cruz is.
Shortstop for the Reds.
Cincinnati shortstop.
Juju, I could see that.
Juju, yes. Let's go with
I can see
Juju.
Juju.
Final answer.
Is Juju a speedster though?
I mean, he was quick. He emerged during that Antonio Brown crazy year. But yeah, I am going to do the giveaways now. Unless is there anything we want to talk about? Anything else? No. All right, let me go
don't think so.
through and see. Okay. So. For the $20 card, I have a Jared Verse rookie autograph. This card is worth $20. It is not unlimited. This card is going to be going to... Of course it's Seth. Of course it's going to Seth. God damn it. That's the last person I wanted that to go to. And that is all I had for the small ones. Mainly people did $5 or more, so I have some big cards to give out. Let me open this bad boy up. I have all of the cards still in here. All right. The first card that I am going to be giving out is going to be an immaculate Joe Burrow number 3 of 10 jersey patch. So there are only 10 of these cards. This one is number 3 of 10. The winner of this card is going to be... Drum roll.
Wish we had like a spin wheel.
Yeah. The Carolina Tidal Wave is going to win this card.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Now,
Woo!
I have an Amon Green number /98 on card autograph. So this is not a sticker autograph. This was physically, he autographed this card. This is of 98. And this card is going to go to Chuber. Chuber is going to win this card. I don't know if he is still in the chat.
That's a sick card. I just want to say.
Says he is in the
That's
chat.
one of
I
my
don't know if he
favorites.
is still here, but Chuber, this is your card now. This is an on-card autograph of Amon Green. I just can't stop winning, he says. Congratulations to you. And then the last giveaway that I have. This one's going to get a lot of hate. Give it away because I don't want it. Dak Prescott of 75, Immaculate Series.
Nick wants it.
This card is going to go to Cole. Cole demand, you get this card. And I'm not gonna lie, I think this is probably a little bit undervalued, so I'm going to throw in another card for you. I probably shouldn't put this in the higher tier cards. This is probably worth somewhere around 75 to 100, so I'm going to give you another card in there. I will give you a choice. You're in the... Oh, you are still in the chat. I will give you another choice. You can choose between, I have a first year fabric patch of Bo Nix. Tidal wave like SMQ? Yes. Or I do have a rookie Cam Ward patch numbered to 250. Or you could have a rookie patch Jaden Daniels. This one is not numbered.
That one's pretty neat.
If you want to see a picture of them so that it's not flipped, I could send it to you on Discord.
I think Jaden Daniels actually has a bounce back here.
I personally do.
Really? He was injured.
My only worry is that arm being broken.
So Cole, you can choose. I will give you to try and bring it
non-dominant arm, right?
To try and bring it more fair, because like I said, I'm gonna value around $100. I'll let you choose two of them because they're $20 each. The three cards that I showed you, so you can choose two of those three cards.
Cam Ward looks tough.
You like the Cam Ward? Do you want me to show
red,
the other two again?
Titans red almost.
This is the Jaden Daniels, and this is the Bo Nix. Personally, as much as I do not like Bo Nix, I like the Bo Nix card just because of the weird like shape of the card. It's unique. I like it.
And it's a throwback jersey, isn't it? Or is it just his orange jersey?
It's just
the orange jersey.
Yeah, it's just the orange.
Gotcha.
What are we thinking? SMQ, if you missed it, you won the number 3 of 10 Joe Burrow patch. With the Cam Ward and the Bo Nix. All right. Let me grab these and I will put them to the side. So you get these 3 cards. Tidal Wave gets this Joe Burrow. And yes, you can see the Amon Green again. I will send you a picture of it on Discord because I have to get like all your information and all that anyway.
Ooh, Cole, thank you for another
This
gift
is the
sub.
Amon Green autograph card that you got. Cole, thank you for the gift sub. It's the card. All right. I do still have one card that I kind of want to give away, but I don't have anybody to give it away to.
Run out of people that donated?
I ran out of people that donated. Do I have anybody in the chat that did not donate? Nope, everybody in the chat donated. I'll figure out something to do with this Jaden Daniels. I'll figure something out. But that is everything. That concludes our charity stream. We raised. Can I use my donation as LCT? No, no, you cannot. You cannot enter again. No, buddy, you won the Jeopardy. You won 3 cards. It's time to pack your bags, buddy. You greedy motherfucker. Real talk though. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll send this to the Liberty as his. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. I mixed up the names. You're right. Nope, Chuber, you are the Rough Riders. I will take that one on the chin. I'm dumb as fuck. Sorry, it's been 2 hours. My brain is kind of fried, and I was very
disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm off to Cancun.
Disrespectful.
No, but that does give me an idea. Maybe I could send this card to Liberty as his consolation prize,
I like that idea.
since that is his quarterback, at least for the rest of the season. But I appreciate you guys so much for coming out. This does conclude our charity stream. If you guys have anything else to say in the chat, drop it now. I will respond to it while I'm doing this outro. Next week, we'll resume our normal schedule with the podcast. And then the week after that, we will do the next Jeopardy.
I have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, well, first.
You can...
Oh, no. No.
Okay, so you can.
Sorry, Squire. You cut off.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But at like the
You
worst time. That's why we were laughing.
Why? What? Wait. What? How did
You
it
go,
come
I
out?
just want to say.
And then
You froze.
nothing.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say thank you to like everybody that tuned in, but I also want to say big thank you to Brett, because Brett managed this whole entire thing, got everything together, put it all together, and decided to do it. So we're just his partners in crime here, but he really was the one that produced it all. So a big shout out to Brett.
Yes. Big shout out to Brett.
Yeah, I want to
We were
say
very
something
happy to
too,
help.
actually.
And I'm happy that everything went well and all the prep and all of like the hype leading up to this paid off. So thank you, Brett, for organizing, and thank you for everyone who came out.
It's for a good cause. This definitely will not be the last time we do a stream like this. I can tell you that right now. This was a lot of fun.
This was fun.
I wanna say one quick thing and then we can end it.
Go for
Fuck
it.
Brett, actually. This motherfucker sent me a message today and said, get on at 5:45, and then he showed up after I did. So fuck him. I was on time. He wasn't. That's all.
Anything else, guys?
Yep. Congrats to Mr. Taylor Swift. They got hitched at MSG on July 4th. So, he's gonna change his jersey name to Swift. What's her favorite number? 89. He's gonna change his number, probably.
Last thing I have to say before I end the stream: Johnny Manziel Jr. and the Bulldawgs to the bowl. Have a great night, everybody.